Hello everyone, welcome to the DPB podcast. I'm your host Ryan Bondis. This is episode number 225 for August 31st, 2021.
Welcome to the Disney Pins blog podcast, the latest news on Disney pin trading and collecting from around the world.
Welcome back to the show everyone. Big news this week in the pin community. Disney announced registration details and the product catalog for the Heroes vs. Villains and Epic Showdown pin event. This is the virtual event this year on December 4th, 2021. Going to talk about that at the end of the episode. So let's just get right into the housekeeping. Have one thing to mention. I know I've been mentioning this a lot, but this weekend is the Pinchella Festival in California. Disney Pins blog will have a booth there. I'm going to be heading out. So if you guys are at the show, be sure to stop by the Disney Pins blog booth. Going to have a lot of exciting giveaways, and it's free to enter. So I hope to see you there. All right, now let's get into the pin news. First, we're going to start off with ArtLand. There are two new releases in the Neo Noval series. This is the big circular princess series. The next two pins in this collection feature Esmeralda and Pocahontas. They are limited edition of 300, and we do have a few available left at dbbstore.com. Beautiful designs, high-end pins. Next up is Shop Disney. There is a new D23 exclusive pin release. This one features Marvel, Shang-Chi, and the Legend of the Ten Rings. This pin is limited edition of 1,500 with a retail price of $14.99. And that released exclusively to D23 Gold members on August 30th at shopdisney.com. Next, we'll head over to Box Lunch. They had two new princess releases in the chibi style. One features Belle, and the second one features Tiana from Princess and the Frog. Again, these are like the baby chibi style pins. Retail price is $9.90 per pin. Next up is Hot Topic. They had a Hocus Pocus pin release. This one features the three heads of the Sanderson sisters. They're all kind of clustered together. Retail price is $8.90, and this is created by Loungefly. And then speaking of Loungefly, the Tuesday limited edition pin release this week features Hades and Hercules. It has a sliding element on it. It's a limited edition of 1,000. Retail price is $25. And that one released on Tuesday, August 31st. Next, we'll head over to Mickey's of Glendale for some cast member pin releases. The most recent one was this Alice in Wonderland Adorbs pin set. It actually released on August 18th, but is just arriving now to those who purchased. Limited edition of 250 with a retail price of $49.95, and it includes 6 different Alice in Wonderland character pins. Next, we'll head over to Aulani, the Disney resort in Hawaii. They actually had a few new pin releases this past week. A lot of exciting ones. They are celebrating their 10th anniversary, and they released a limited edition pin. It's pretty rare to get LE pins out at Aulani. But this one here is a hinge pin with stained glass elements. On the front it reads, Aulani, a Disney resort and spa, established 2011, and then 10th anniversary at the bottom. And then whenever you open it up on the inside, you see Mickey and Minnie in the hotel lobby. This is limited edition of 1,500 and exclusive to the Aulani resort in Hawaii. Next, they had a Halloween pin release. They usually release one Halloween pin every year that's exclusive to Aulani. This one features Mickey Mouse holding a pineapple with a pumpkin face on it. So it's like a pineapple jack-o'-lantern. Very nice design. It is a limited release and reads Happy Halloween on it in Hawaiian. And then they had two new open edition pin releases. One featuring little tiki guys. They're actually called Menehuna. And it reads Master Builder of the Islands. This is a pin-on-pin design. Very nice, large, open edition pin. And then they had a second one that features Duffy Bear. And Duffy has his tropical shorts on. He's hanging out on the beach. At the top, it reads Ohana. And then on the side, it has the Aulani Disney Resort and Spa, Hawaii. So a lot of exciting releases this past week in Hawaii. Next, we'll head over to Shanghai Disney Resort. They had a Club 33 exclusive. This is a big circular pin just with the 33 logo on it. It's limited edition of 2,000. Pretty basic design, but it's simple and elegant. And then they had a new Craft Time pin series. I always like their collections in Shanghai and Hong Kong. Very unique. The first one is a single pin featuring Gelatoni making some crafts. And then there are 2 pin sets. Both of them have 6 pins each, and they feature Duffy and Friends. So you have Duffy Bear, Cookie Ann, Gelatoni, Olu Mel, Stella Lou, and Shelly May. Next, we'll head over to Disneyland Paris. They previewed their September flyer, so now we know what pins are coming out in the month of September. They feature Brave, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, Halloween, and a few more. You can see all of them at DisneyPinsBlog.com. All right, and now for Disney Parks in America. Before we get into them, I just want to mention, I'm sure you guys already saw, but this past week, Target stores started to release Disney Parks pins. So we did a blog post on it. They are in-store and online. It's a lot of open edition pins. Right now it looks like the Halloween collection, Nightmare Before Christmas. There's some Coco pins and all of those new Marvel character pins. All of these can be found actually at shopdisney.com. So Target has been picking up a lot of these open edition pins, I think to fill the void of all of the Disney Store retail locations that are closing. So just another opportunity to purchase pins, as most people have a Target located near them. So expect to see more open edition Disney Parks pins releasing at Target stores. And then for the limited edition pin releases this week at Disney Parks, there were just 2, one exclusive on each coast. So first we'll start off with Walt Disney World. They released their 8th Magical Comics pin, and this one features Orange Bird. I love this pin. It's limited edition of 2,500 with a retail price of $19.99. You have Orange Bird on the front, and then whenever you open it up, it's more of like a comic vibe to it, and it reads, Meanwhile in Paradise. That one released on Tuesday, August 31st at Walt Disney World. And then for the Disneyland exclusive this week, it features New Orleans Square 55th Anniversary. And Tiana is featured on this pin. It has a pin-on-pin design with gold tone finish, limited edition of 2,000 with a retail price of $19.99. Again, this one released on Tuesday, August 31st at Disneyland Resort. And then finally, for the big news of the week, it's the Heroes vs. Villains, an epic showdown pin event. We did get the event registration details. So I'll briefly go through those, but if you want to see all of the details, just head over to DisneyPinsBlog.com. We have links up to Disney's website with everything on there. But the registration opens up on Wednesday, September 8th, 2021. And it's going to be a virtual waiting room that opens up at noon Eastern Time. And then the event registration begins at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. So you can head into the virtual waiting room at noon. And we do have a link to register on the blog post. But there are 2 different packages this year. So last year, if you recall, it was $50 a ticket to participate in the virtual event. It did increase this year. There is a legendary package, which is $100, and then an epic package, which is $200. So again, you can check out all those details on the blog post. And then for the event catalog, there are a ton of pin releases this year. This is the most I've ever seen out of any annual pin event at Walt Disney World. They just went hard with the releases this year. So if you're a fan of hero or Disney villain pins, there are a lot to pick from. I know the Darkwing Duck seems to be the most popular so far. Personally, for myself, none of these really jump out at me. I don't really collect too many villain pins. I'm more of an attractions guy, but I can see a lot of these being pretty popular. Also, it looks like the edition sizes increased this year, as well as the retail prices. At a first glance, it doesn't look like there's many low edition or framed pin sets. So some of those hard to get items have been eliminated. So I think the RSP process and the event registration will be fairly easy. That's just a guess though, I don't know. But it's exciting to see the event details finally posted, so now we can all prepare with what we're going to purchase for the December 4th event. Again, if you want to check out all the details, head over to DisneyPinsBlog.com and click on the Heroes vs. Villains in Epic Showdown Disney Pin Event Registration Information blog post. Then I'm going to have a separate blog post go up with all of the pins. Right now it's just linked to Disney's website, but I want to capture all of those on a blog post so they live on DPB forever, because I know a lot of times Disney, after the event is over, they'll close out that link so you won't be able to access it again. And I do want to be able to have this information for later on. So yeah, big week for pin news, but I think it's going to do it for episode number 225, the DPB podcast. Thank you guys very much for listening and watching, and have a great rest of your week. See ya.